Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already... Oh, shooting chance! Superb from Valverde!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And it's Duel. Now it's Tura. Threads one in. Shot a goal! He scores! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And it's been played through. Mbappe gets into a good position. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're quick to get it back. Looking to play him in. Camavinga receives it in a wide position. Cleared without hesitation. In again. Turan is flagged offside. Succumbs to the pressure. And here's Turan. And it's made its way to him. And he shoots! Goal, France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Mbappe. Hernandez. Nicely spread.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Camavinga. And it's Doué. France finding their passes. Well read, and the danger is averted. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Thuram. Well, that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Rudiger clears it away. Upamecano. Doué. Hernandez with the delivery. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Klaus. And it's Doué. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bellingham. Valverde. He's a sharp little ball here. Camavinga. Doué. And here's Thuram. Doué. Klaus gets into some space. Decent chance, made possible by a very decent ball.
Oh, that really should have found the net. The service was faultless, and I'm going to leave it there.
Corner number 2 then. He gets big! Harmlessly behind. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Nicely weighted ball. Cross into the box. Defending of the desperate variety. Bellingham. Klaus. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Knocks it into space. Played into space out wide. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
France have got it back and they'll have another go. Tries to pass it through. Can he finish? It's got in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And we hit half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And we are already promptly back underway. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo. Oh, good take in a good area. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Valverde really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
France certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now he's off and running. Oh, he's found support out wide. Hernandez. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. Mbappe. Bellingham. Oh, that's fabulous. Mignon claims it without any fuss.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now, that's a lovely exchange. And here's Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Oh, nice touch. Strokes it back. Little pass back.
Really got in his face.
Bellingham! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They've played it short. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. And now they can spring out of defence. Eder Militao. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Chouameni. And it's Valverde. Mbappe. And here's the chance to counter. Hernandez. Ball played for Klaus. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 11 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 21.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Knocks it out wide. Looks to the other side. France perhaps contemplating their next change here. Chouameni, Mbappe, and it's Diaz. And Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's a key interception. Well timed, excellent interception. Upamecano. 75 minutes played. Oh, that's a fine interception. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that looks a decent ball. And they're back on the ball again. Saliba gets good distance on it. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Colomboani was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Colomwani! And that would have won it.
Colomwani is fully aware of how important that could have been. Probably game, set and match.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
France have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Good ball, good take. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. Conte. Hernandez. Dembele. That's the keeper's ball. Camavinga. Time added on will be 2 minutes.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of... And he's decided to go for it. Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Alexander-Arnold. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? And he's certainly onside here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Nicked it back promptly. He's not got that quite right.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. He can get that clear. That's the throw. And it's Mendy. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella Valverde's role is going to be so key here. He'll be tasked with pretty much doing everything from covering the back line to winning the ball back, triggering counter-attacks, providing outlets, pressing, as well as being a goal threat. In other words, pretty much everything.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Klaus. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eder Militao gets it away. Tries to play it through. Vinicius Junior.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him away? Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's forced to go back. Camavinga. And it's Doué. That has been cut short. Valverde. Rodrigo. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Valverde. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Plays a sharp little ball here. That's very neat. Bellingham. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Madrid with the corner. They're first. Mbappe goes short. France have the chance to go the other way. Oh, Red, nice interception. And here's Mbappe. Lovely feet. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's made its way to him. Mbappe! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's found the way past. Bellingham. Chance, surely! It's in! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And that is out of play. Tchouaméni. Camavinga. Doué. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's in a great position here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So off we go once more.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Nice looking ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Chouameni. And it's Doué. And here's Mbappe. Oh, can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Doué really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's being shifted off it. Tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that's the keeper's ball.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Camavinga. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Mbappe is herring after that one. Valverde. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Thuram is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. France really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's a sharp pass. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Camavinga. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Mendy. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Doué. Here's Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
And the finish! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So,
11,
time for changes
el
on
dorsal
both
5,
sides, actually.
El dorsal 8, el dorsal 7,
Now it's
el dorsal
Mbappe.
22, el dorsal 12. Serán
Now it's
sustituidos
Mbappe.
por el
He
dorsal
was under
30,
real pressure
el
there.
dorsal 21,
Camavinga
el dorsal 6,
opts
el
for
dorsal
safety.
15, el dorsal 24, el dorsal 2. Cambio de jugadores.
Upamecano wins the duel this time. No, again there's no way through. Time is running out here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every... Voila!
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's there to belt it away.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it. France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Camavinga goes sliding in. Threads one in. And he's managed to get free. Played out to the left flank. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he welcomes it in, spread it left, in towards the back stick. And the shot! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. So in the end, one goal did it. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And he's having a shot! And it's come back out to him. And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, that looked very much like a case of stage fright. His job is to steer clear of the keeper.
Saliba gets across to intercept that. Valverde. Nicely weighted ball. And he was alert to it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That looks a good ball through. He's cut it out. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba, starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and He's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Saliba gets rid without sophistication. Oh, that's delightful. It's a pretty loose pass. Chouameni. And it's Doué. Eder Militao cuts out the pass. And here's Doué. Can he get it through? France still without a single shot on target. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Camavinga. Shoots! There was plenty of power on that.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Chouameni. Bellingham. Chouameni. This looks promising. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Camavinga. Doué. And it's Doué. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Saliba. Klaus. Klaus. Looking for options for movement. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Goes for a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it out wide. He's found a way through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Plays a sharp little ball here. Klaus. Thuram gets into some space. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good ball out wide. That's a super give and go. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Camavinga. And it's Chouameni. Klaus. Looking to play him in. Fired deep towards the back post. And that should get the job done. And the counter is on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Chouameni. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. The action is back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble.
Can he finish? It's in!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A 1-0 lead established. And a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. Rudiger is there and he can get that clear. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Great ball and he's in here. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! Vinicius Junior. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're...
Oh, what has happened here? Chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe finds himself offside. Madrid choosing to make the first change. France have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Brahim Diaz. Doué. Camavinga. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Upamecano cuts it out. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Aimed beyond the defence. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. France have their third corner.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 22, el dorsal 7 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 24,
really well cleared.
el dorsal 15. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And this is Kante.
France clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Thinks about the straight chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Camavinga. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Klaus. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's an excellent interception.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Arda Güler. And here's Brahim Diaz. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. Oh, that's neat. Strokes it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Güler! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He is just caressing the ball. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Conte. And he's gone backward here. That's a nicely weighted pass. Chouameni getting... Oh, he's been caught napping! Very nicely done.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Hernandez. Conte looking for the run. And that's played in low. And he's heaved it away. That is good alertness. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que no está permitido el consumo de bebidas alcohólicas dentro del estadio. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 3.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
El dorsal 2.
Olise. Chouameni. Well, that is one way to stop him. It's Camavinga. And it's Diaz. And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Brahim Diaz. And here's Güler. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Asensio clears it away. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Camavinga. Goulet. And he's forced to go back. Chouameni. Brahim Diaz. It's Camavinga. And it's Chouameni. Pinches it off him. Elise. Knocks it into space. Dembele gets into a good position. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's there to get it away. That's it for the first period of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Koundé and Pavard. Chouameni. Saliba. Pressing high and with purpose. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, that's well spotted. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide. Lovely feet. And it's Camavinga.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Has a look and place it forward.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And here's Dembele. Carvajal makes... And that's it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up.
Real chance! They've scored! Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Knocks it into space.
Vinicius Junior.
And here's Valverde. Plenty to aim at here.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one.
And the pass is intercepted. Eder Militao.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's got away.
Goes for a shot! He scores! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
France grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And it's Camavinga, spread it left. Rodrigo.
And the counter is on.
Valverde, he has found the way through. And that was very necessary. Madrid have reclaimed it.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Klaus. Now it's Doué. And he's forced to go back. Back to the keeper it goes. Hernandez. And he's worked it through. Eder Militao does really well to win the ball there.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Chouameni. And here's Mbappe. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, it's played into the area.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Alexander-Arnold is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Valverde receives it in a good position here. Rudiger. And it's Chouameni. Played with finesse. Oh, that was vital. And it's Hernandez. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, that's delightful.
Played in deep.
Koundé gets rid without sophistication. Thuram.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Klaus. Thuram.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Mendy. Thuram. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Bellingham. Klaus. Chouameni. Valverde. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of shoots! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Climbs up big! Goal! France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. France go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Oh, that's a key interception. Tries to pass it through.
This is the time you need that pace.
Played out to the right. Thinks about the shot. And that's been Doué! Fair effort, he reacted well.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Belly.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And it's Doué. Out towards the flank. And he can clear it away. Looking for the run. Chance! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. And it's half-time here.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
France are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Klaus. Stood up well to him there. This ended up in no man's land. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Doué. Chance here to counter. Klaus is wide and looking to get onto this. Chance, surely! Mbappe! Irrepressible! About as smooth as it gets. And the lead is extended still further. The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
And with that, the hat-trick is he's had a shot! It's in! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So is this the start of a comeback? Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Doué. Played into space. Oh, that's clever. Lovely feet. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Drilled in low. And it's hoisted clear. Cleared without complication. And that's been won straight back. Vinicius Junior tries making a foray down the right.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that is expertly dealt with.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So, time
11,
for changes
el
on
dorsal
both
5,
sides, actually.
El dorsal 8 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 30.
And it's been taken short.
El dorsal 21, el dorsal 6.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mendy. That has not gone well. And he gets rid in a hurry. France are looking to go forward now. And he's picked it up out wide. That's tidy. And it's made its way to him.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of...
Decent chance! And it's there! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So now the difference is 3. Brahim Diaz.
And it's Diaz. And here's Mbappe. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. 75 minutes played. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And there's green grass ahead of him. And the finish! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Doué has just shown why those situations demand a higher grade of focus. He fluffed it.
And that's it. That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. Decent chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
France finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Rodrigo. Saliba goes sliding in. That's tidy. He's on it, can he get away? Shapes to shoot! No mistake! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Hernandez
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
played out to the left flank. Now the delivery. Oh, what a climb!
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that's been drilled in. He can get that clear.
And it's Chouameni. That is lovely. And here's Thuram.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Look at the Stewie! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, good spread. That's been cut out, well played. Looking for the run. Doué. Courtois claims comfortably. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Doué's cross. Mendy getting this one clear.
There will be a throw-in.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Ah, that's a fine interception. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Chouameni. And here's Thuram. They want to be quick to recover this. And he's quick to get it clear again. Koundé gets into some space. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham looking to add to his goal. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can.
Can he finish? Sticks it away! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Vinicius Junior. That looks a decent ball. Can he latch on to this? Vinicius Junior. That's very neat. Bellingham stood his ground strongly. He's picked his way through. Backward it goes. And it's Chouameni. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Looking tidy in possession here. Shoots! Mbappe! Irrepressible! A finish of true class! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so...
And there's the end of the first half.
En el marcador está a punto de aparecer el número premiado de nuestra rifa de hoy. Buena suerte a todos.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Doué. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Mbappe! And that is expertly dealt with. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Oh, some tackle that. And it's Valverde. Camavinga. Little pass back. Now it's Thuram. Tries a shot! He scores! The second half off to a spectacular start. Simplicity itself.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
He's in a great position here. And he's in on goal. Chance for a shot!
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the...
Oh, shooting chance! Another big chance that gets away.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Madrid
11,
choosing to
el
make the
dorsal
first
8,
change.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 30, el dorsal
Thuram
6.
under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. France really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Oh, sweet feet. He's found a way through. Lovely bit of skill. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
El dorsal 5 será reemplazado por el dorsal 21. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. Traoré. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz goes steaming forward. Oh, well played.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
He's away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Shot, surely! And it's hit the woodwork and out. And he's gone direct here. Nicely aimed pass. Lobbed in behind. Can he get onto this? There's no flag.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Shot a goal! And that could have brought them level.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Corner
El
number
dorsal
2 then.
22, el dorsal 3, el dorsal 7 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17, el dorsal 24, el dorsal 15.
And he's there to clear it.
Jugadores.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Upamecano cuts it out. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Conte. And it's Dembele. Mbappe! France could have here their final chance.
All the big boys are set for this. It's like land of the giants in there.
And he's taking no chances there.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Camavinga, and the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And he was quick to react. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Tchouaméni with the foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. Conte. Rabiot. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that will be it. France were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball. But he's also a very neat dribbler, so not the type to stay put. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Bellingham. He's shifting through the gears here. Vinicius Junior. Chance for a shot! Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Klaus. France finding their passes. And that was very necessary.
Camavinga really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Hernandez. That is a great pick out. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Vinicius Junior. In with the challenge. Camavinga. That's very neat. Played out towards the right wing. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Bellingham. He's got away. Real chance here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Klaus. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Klaus. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. 15 minutes till half-time. Madrid applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Strokes it back, passes short and sharp. Hernandez, played out to the right. Crosses it in, he's got oh, it's hit the post! Saliba gets rid without sophistication. Not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Klaus. Bellingham. Mendy. Now Howson. He's gone forward. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Good ball, good take. Oh, look, shoots!
Well, I can tell you, that'll definitely liven up the half-time team talk. Scoring first is always a plus, but scoring with that level of quality will surely lift every member of that team now.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Mbappe demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just...
Mbappe! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. High-octane end to the first period, but there's still a single goal in it.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Se informa a los espectadores que deban abandonar el estadio en coche de que se espera tráfico denso tras el partido. Por favor, circulen con precaución. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Pass somewhat off target. Valverde. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a sharp pass. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, played through for the wide man.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And here's Dembele. Hernandez crosses. And he's quick to get it clear again. What a throw in. Saliba. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Konate makes the interception. Doué has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Doué. France still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Played out wide. Fire. Doué! It's in! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Big chance! It's a goal! And they've got their lead back. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid go into the lead. That's been cut out, well played. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
Shapes to shoot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Nice control.
Such good technique.
Mendy. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Now it's Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's a key interception. Bellingham. France do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 5 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 21. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Howson. And it's played forward. Now it's Brahim Diaz. And it's been played through. And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Vinicius Junior is onto this. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Mbappe! Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Tries to play it through. It's a promising position. Lovely feet. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 12 serán sustituidos
Mbappe.
por el dorsal 17.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
El dorsal 2, cambio de jugadores.
Camavinga.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Koundé spots it and intercepts. And here's the chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's been drilled forward. Oh, this looks sharp. And we're done. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.